Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I want you to go all the way back to your past. All of your money is in the future. All of the money I'm willing to give you is because you can help me build my future. Therefore, all the money is in the future. Everybody see that? It's going to come to you in the future. And the only reason I would be willing to exchange that money with you is that I believe you have some demonstrated capacity that can help me build my future. Everybody see that? And out of all the people I could choose on planet Earth, I'm choosing you. Right? That's why I'm so grateful for people who come to the conferences, because you could have chose somebody else. There's 30 other conferences going on in Nashville today. And you chose to come here. I could not do what I do without you. You give me my purpose. You with me? Without you to coach, I told somebody the other day, if you took away coaching from me, I'd be miserable. If you told me tomorrow you can't do it, I would be miserable. As hard as it is, as miserable as it can be some days, I would be 100% miserable if you took this away from me. Joe Paterno, when they took football away from him at Penn State, was dead in less than 6 months. This was a guy that was walking 25 miles a day, running gassers with his lineman at 82, and when they fired him at Penn State, he was dead in less than 6 months. He ran out of purpose. They took away the one thing he loved. They took away his passion. Now, the reason I'm telling you this about Mom, because what I tell people is what my mom taught me, is we get up, we show up, we grow up, and we deliver. We don't whine, we don't complain, and we don't make excuses. Everybody see me? Like, even to this day, I'm 45, 46, nobody really knows. Mom will say, you going to wear that? Here's what she say. You going to wear that? You need to look like somebody when you go to the house. Hey, what if you have a wreck? Remember that one? Yeah. Better wear shoes. What if you have a wreck? You don't have any shoes on. This is all the stuff Mom taught me, right? Now here's the deal. All of that past has uniquely qualified me to help you build your future. Everything she taught me. Isn't it crazy that at 40-something years old, I'm teaching people how to activate Pray Drive when that woman over there instilled it in me as a kid. That was the number one thing she instilled in me. And how bad is that needed in the world today? We can't get people to go to work. We can't get people to show up. We can't get people to fight through adversity. We can't get people to get back up when they've been knocked down. We can't get, right? Now, if you don't think that's needed more today than ever, it is today, right? Well, she taught me that when I was a kid. This is what you do. And I didn't like it many times. You suck it up. Let's go. We're doing it. And right? And that helped me. So when I ask you to tell the person beside you what you're uniquely qualified to do, this is a big part of the equation. Because why would I come to a webinar with you if I don't think you're the leading expert on something and you're going to teach me something that's going to help me with my future? Everybody see that? You have to have a demonstrated capacity for me to go, I'm going to spend an hour or 2 hours or 2 days with this person, and they're going to help me build my future. So without the demonstrated capacity, and something people can absorb, is something I can purchase from you. Something I can absorb is something, and some way for me to get your genius, some way for me to tap into you, some way for me to absorb what it is you have. See what I say earlier, you got to find it, you got to package it, you got to market it, you got to promote it, you got to monetize it. That was the formula, right? So this is the exact formula to do. And if you're taking notes, I want you to write this down because this will serve you very well. Number one, this is a big mistake I made for years. Number one, you start with the action you want people to take. Somebody's coming to Jesse's conference. He needs to start with the action he wants a person to take. Does he want him to sign up for a coaching program with him? Does he want him to be part of his organization? What does he want the participants to do as a result of coming to the conference? Most people do not start there. All my EXP people, you're going to have an event. You don't start with the event. You don't start with the concept. You start with, if I get 50 people in the room, what action do I want people to take? Everybody see that? And I made this mistake for years. I started with the problem. Or in the old days, I came up with concepts first and then tried to make them fit with the problem. Remember when I wrote the book Small Towns and Big Dreams? Only to find out many people in small towns do not have big dreams? I should have went to small town and said, hey, you guys got big dreams and you want to learn how to do it? I should have done that first. Right or wrong? Mom, you remember the year I gave one of my books to all of our family members? That didn't turn out that well. They're like, what's wrong with me? You think something's wrong with me? I'm like, yes, I do. Read the book, it'll help you. Now, so my point is, this is one nuance. Tracy, you're doing a meeting. Start with the action you want people to take. I want them to sign up for this. I want them to schedule a strategy session with me. I want them to go to the back of the room and purchase something. I want them to join my group. I want them to do something. You start there. What do you want people to do? Number 2, you move to a clear problem that they would pay to solve. Everybody see that? You move to a problem. See, when we go out into the world, money changes hands when problems are solved. The concept has got to solve a problem for me. And you may have a concept that solves a problem for me, but I can't, it's the way you're presenting it to me doesn't register. And I'm sitting there going, I don't really understand. Right? You're trying to recruit me to EXP, but I don't understand how this is going to make my life better. The way you're packaging the concept is not solving a problem for me in a way that I go, man, I got to go hear this. Okay? So I'm big on concepts. Pray drive, big concept. Right? Flip the switch, that's a big concept. Person of interest, big concept. The 2 virtuals we did, where we did 540,000, purpose to profit. You know why I did purpose to profit? I saw a stat that said 87% of people live their entire lives and never find their purpose. 87% of people live their entire lives and never find their purpose. So when we were putting this concept together that attracted this, I said, people will pay to learn this. I just did one called $1 Million Expert, which is how to go from 6 figures to 7 figures. There's a lot of people get stuck at 6 figures. They want to make 7 figures. And I attacked that very specific problem. Everybody see that? And part of what I was trying to do on the second virtual versus the first one is actually attract people who were earning over $100,000 of personal income. So I went after that market. And I said, I'm going after people who make $100,000 of personal income or $500,000, but they want to make $1 million of personal income. Everybody see that? That's just a tweak in the marketing of who we were going after. So number 2, we define a clear problem that they would pay for. Number 3, we create a compelling concept. And to me, the concept is everything. The concept is everything. How many of you have ever heard of the book Atomic Habits? Incredible concept. An atom is a very small thing. See, a lot of people don't start habits because they think it's going to be hard. And he wrote Atomic Habits to say you just start small. Everything big starts small. Just get up and go to the gym. Right? The guy in the book went to the gym and just stayed for 5 minutes. And people laughed and said, you can't get better if you go for 5 minutes. Well, at least he got his butt out of the bed and went to the gym. Yes or no? That is building a habit. That is an atomic habit. Small habit. So that's a big concept. Good to great, big concept. 10x, big concept. Max out, big concept. Power of one more, Milet, big concept. Yes or no? These are big concepts. What do great concepts do? Attract people. How many of you are in the business of attracting people to you? You're recruiting, you're growing, you're building. They're going to be attracted, not to you initially, they're going to be attracted to the concept. If they don't know you, they're only attracted to the concept, right? Being a monster is about taking your purpose and distributing it to the world in a very, very high level.
What do you want people to say about your business? What do you want to be known as in 5 years?
And your journey as an entrepreneur is not to achieve this or that. Your journey as an entrepreneur is to become this or that. Because in life, you get who you are.
The more relationships you get, the more money you get. So the more money you get, the more relationships you get. It just keeps going back and forth. You guys want to surround yourself with high net worth individuals and you will eventually become one. Why? Because of the relationship.
Today, some of you are going to take some action that is going to propel you into the future so much that you don't recognize the person you look forward to later.
If you don't build your dreams, somebody is going to hire you to build theirs.
How many times have you failed? Fail again. Who cares? Just keep failing. Keep failing. You only have to be right one time.
People are counting on you to show up. They're counting on you to grow up. They're counting on you to deliver. They're counting on you to be the best you can be for you. Because if you ain't the best for you, you ain't going to be the best for anybody else, folks.